Oh, my knee hurt. Oh, a very sore knee. Hundreds and hundreds of miles of walking this year. Quite apart from all the other osteoarthritic joint issues. My right knee is now killing me. Well, not literally killing me. Feels like it though. Together with all the rest of it. Interesting lighting in here this morning. It's always good to get the camera out. And there's such interesting lighting about the place. Nice and sunny out there, but not that warm actually. It's maximum of 12 or 13. Not that warm. Pretty cold actually. It's quite cold at the moment. Very careful, this is a very steep step in here. Not ideal for people who are nearly 60 and having trouble with their joints. Mind you, I probably wouldn't have as much trouble with my joints as I now have if it hadn't been for the fact that I've been walking hundreds of miles this year, on top of all the hard labour that went on the previous 19 years in this so-called first world country. Supposed staunch ally of my country. I find it all quite shocking. I did nothing to deserve the way I'm treated here. This all looks very nice and idyllic, doesn't it? In summer you can have breakfast in nice warm weather on the front patio. Okay. Mind you, I quite like Milan. And up where the horse is, I like very much. And I wish I'd only found this nice in the summer. It'd be so warm. Sit out here and have breakfast. And actually, Nico being quite old, he'd fit in here quite well. And I could give him hay and stuff, and he could probably go in there. Also, I don't think the landlord would be very in agreement with that. Anyway, as I was saying, yes, I wish I won't sit on it now because it's all chewy. It's quite a nice little place. Actually, it looks a bit like an old railway hut. It would be fine. It would be fine. Is that a rubber tree? Ferns and... no, I don't think it is. Similar leaves. Yes, as I was saying, quite like Milan, but my husband was dead set against Milan. Going to live in Milan. There's so many good horse properties up there. They're not in the greatest state of repair. But you think landlords would rent them out just to get them worked on. But my husband was totally against Milan, and not only because of the Milan Fool Ball Cup, which one of his horses won in the 1990s at some point. I think it was supposed to say Football Cup, but for some reason my husband was given a rosette after his horse won a race at the Milan racecourse, which I don't think exists anymore. And it said Full Ball Cup, and he used to recount this to me on many occasions, along with his numerous other anecdotes of his previous life before he met me. He used to go on and on and on for hours, far longer than I ever do. Anyway, back up here. This my right knee is very badly. It feels swollen. It doesn't look swollen. It feels very swollen and sore. doesn't want weight on it too much. But I have 5 miles, 10 miles to walk. 5 miles there, 5 miles back to see Nico, my horse. And it seems that IRT decided to be very unpleasant with me, which I'm quite surprised about. Because when I brought a horse out here who happened to be 10 years older, they were very, very helpful and kind and supportive. Obviously, IRT are charging a bit more now, but the other companies are charging far more, and they don't go direct flight. They go to Europe. One in particular to Holland, and then the horse has to go on an 8-hour journey in a truck and across the channel, which I really don't think is suitable for my poor old man. He's 21 years old, and he's actually got a locking or slipping stifle, along with some hip problems. Apart from that, he's pretty healthy. I mean, he eats well, he's grazed well, and the mobility problems got a bit worse just recently, unfortunately. So it's got very demoralising altogether. But I don't think the way IRT treated him, or two people particularly at IRT, I don't think the way they treat me is acceptable. You can't dismiss someone's application to travel their horse, not because the horse is aged, but because they say, in their opinion, I don't trust them. It's nonsense. I wouldn't have bothered applying with them if I didn't trust them. I don't think I'll trust those two particular individuals. And it's just discriminatory. It's not a point with which it is legal to reject someone on. It's someone's opinion. It's not necessarily a fact. And even if it is a fact, it shouldn't apply because it's discriminatory, as I told them, and so they just rejected me altogether, which I think is quite disgusting. Anyway, that's them. I don't know if it's the whole of IRT. And the other thing about IRT, when I tried to I did ring the UK number, and I left a message. But on the website, it says, for the UK website for IRT, it says permanently closed. It's got written on it. And I also read somewhere that the whole of IRT in England, or the property at Newmarket, is now either bought or run by Australians. So it does sort of, given the way I've been treated in Australia for so many years, it does narrow the options quite a lot. Anyway, I think it's totally unnecessary, quite stupid, and I don't understand why they treat me like that. There's no lawful reason to treat me like that. So anything else is just a matter of opinion, which is discriminatory in the circumstances.